Right, welcome guys. Recently we learned that Fede Alvarez will not be directing the Alien Romulus sequel, which came as a bit of a surprise. But he did come out recently, which we're going to take a look at in a minute anyway, and just say, hey, here's the reason why, I'm working on it, which is, quote, we want to make sure no one kills them, his characters, which I think's fun. It's obviously it's not really a dig, but it's a slight reference to Alien 3, I'm sure. And he also just expresses his sort of continued love for the story that he's written. So it's worth covering. It came as a shock to me that he wasn't going to be directing it, but he apparently never intended to. He never intended to film it. He never intended to be the director. Now I do think it'll be interesting to see who takes it over. And I'm going to say hopefully it's not Dan Trachtenberg, the guy who's been doing the Predator movies. And the reason why is that would imply that they're working towards an AVP film pretty much straight away. And that's not what they should do. They should wait a little bit and then build towards it a few movies down the line. But anyway, let's take a look. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Do turn those bell notifications on. So this article here says, and again, the quote is, we want to make sure no one kills them. So, following the recent surprise news that Fede Alvarez was not returning to direct the sequel to Alien Romulus, the rumour mill and fan theory machines have been going wild about his stepping down from the director's chair. So, yeah, they've not really said, he's not really said, his point is, he didn't plan to do it ever, which again is fair enough. If that is the case, that is completely fair, isn't it? Really, if he wasn't ever going to do it, he wasn't going to do it. That is what it is. Now, he's also never directed a sequel to any of his films, so I guess it's not really a surprise. But obviously, lots of people have been sort of, commenting on who's to blame. Is it 20th Century Studios? Is it Sir Ridley Scott? Who is it? Well, Fede Alvarez and Alien Romulus co-writer Rodo Syagues, I butcher that every single time, but they appeared at Horror Bound Weekend, where speaking on the sequel, Fede reiterated his previous comments about every other director than Ridley simply being one and done. So I think that's interesting. And he said, quote, I don't think I was ever going to. We always knew when we finished. This is one of those things where you come in and you do one and get out. Cameron, Fincher, all those directors I love, they went and did one. Obviously Ridley created it. He has the right to make a bunch of them. So, yeah, that's okay, interesting, cool. I think that's fine. I think that's all right. So elaborating on he and Rodo being behind the metaphorical typewriters rather than in the director's chair, Fede told the audience that his passion for Andy and Rain motivating them to stay on board to write the follow-up. So I think that's interesting. So he says, we did want to write it. Honestly, it's because we love the characters we created. So we want to make sure no one kills them right at the beginning of the next one. Again, yeah, funny Alien 3 dig. They went and killed Hicks and Newt just like that. Hey, let's not let that happen. We wrote it and made sure they stayed alive. And now we can let someone else make it. That's fine. Now this is interesting. So Fede and Rodo actually did mention the writer and director of When Evil Lurks, Demian Rugner, as someone to keep an eye, suggesting perhaps their pick to direct that movie, their Alien movie, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it is interesting. So yeah, there you go. I don't know. Am I massively enamoured with the news? No, similar to before, not really. But if he was never going to do it, he was never going to do it. It is what it is. I will say, though, you know, speaking to people that are working on this film, you know, that know Fede directly, he loves the script. He absolutely loves the script. You know, the script he's written has been approved, basically. So that's good. I think that's really, really good. So there you go. I mean, yeah, what else do you say, really? He was never going to do it. He at least stayed on board to write it. And I think that's, I mean, that is good. You know, that is good that he stayed on board to write it. And I like the subtle digs at Alien 3, not in like a mean way. Like, I think it's funny, to be honest. And it's also good that, you know, the characters are returning, because there was also some commentary here from David Jonsson, because of course he did The Long Walk, right? And so he commented on that. So he says, the wonderful thing about The Long Walk and Romulus, the parallel that I'm actually drawing, is that it does feel like with both characters, I kind of showed 15% of what they are. That's a really wonderful feeling when you're like, there's more in there. And Andy's one of those characters. We spoke about a lot of things about him. I won't share, but I'm very excited. So that's obviously referencing the sequel with him in it. And I thought he was a really good part of Alien Romulus. I think he did synthetic really well, actually. So I'm keen to watch him in another movie. I thought he was pretty damn decent. And it's good to know that he's going to come back. I mean, I know loads of people are like, well, you know, of course he was going to come back. Well, I mean, they could have killed him off. It's not like Alien doesn't have a habit of just murdering people off screen. So they could have been like, well, I just didn't make it. Soz bro. And that would have been acceptable, I guess, in an Alien world. So, Alien Romulus sequel. He was never going to direct it. He does love the script, though. And that's where we're at with it. It'll be interesting to see what happens moving forwards with Alien Earth. I don't think that's been received as well as they would have liked. I've heard some rumours that they were supposed to renew it for a second season by the beginning of September. We're now mid-September, past mid-September. And they may have now lost studio space in Thailand as a result of that, unless they're shifting to new places, who knows. But that's just rumours that I heard on the grapevine. So, who knows whether that is true or not. But the Alien franchise is still in a good place relatively. And the Predator franchise is as well. So there you go. Leave your thoughts down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.